And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Detroit Pistons. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Klay Thompson is out there with Halliburton. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's McHale. And it's Olajuwon in at the 5 roaming the paint. And looking at the Nets, Yao is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's the great one. Then it's James. And it's Williamson into the small forward position. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Nets on defense. Halliburton kicks to James. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it from 20. Rebound, Brooklyn. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. We talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. The coach said we have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's kind of pick your poison with him. If our guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Just love the flow and the mechanics of what Klay does so efficiently with that J.
Pass to Lee. James outside. Fires from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, what an answer from James, rising to meet the challenge at the perimeter.
Outside, McHale. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Olajuwon against Yao. It's good.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside, Olajuwon. Pass to James. Thompson for the triple. And it's Williamson with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now Lee. Yao trying to get open. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Now Williamson after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Lee. James with it. He's covered by Thompson. Wembanyama. Detroit with the rebound. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Now here's Olajuwon. Out to Thompson. A 3-ball. Rebound by Yao.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Pass to Williamson. Now here's Lee. Wembanyama high post. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one drops. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Like 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
Olajuwon finds James. Here's Halliburton. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Tyrese feels like kind of an old school player. He's got some flavor to his game and loved the mid-range that time.
Wembanyama passes to Lee. And there's Williamson on the assist by Lee.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Halliburton passes to James. Outside, McHale. Here's Olajuwon. Good work defensively by Yao.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And that sends Bronny James to the free throw line. That one on Thompson. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Now, here is Halliburton. Last time out, he had 13 points. High, arcing shot. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Wembanyama. No good from Lee. Halliburton looking around. Floats it up for James. And stolen by Yao. Halliburton with the steal. Olajuwon, good.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And it's sent back by McHale. And they'll keep possession.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. And he's good on the second. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
LeBron, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Here's Halliburton following the bucket by the Nets. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Checked in for Yao. Olajuwon inside. Wembanyama on him.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
It's stolen by Olajuwon. Lee against Johnson. Brooklyn with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Lee. Fires away from way outside. Here's Edey. He's covered by Halliburton. Edey can't hit. Pistons trail by 9. LeBron dishes to McHale. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Wembanyama. It's good. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
It is going to be hard to get a hand to Wembanyama's shots on the inside. Great instincts and just too much length.
Now, here is Olajuwon. He's got 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brent Sutton, the Detroit Pistons unit, does so well is push the pace in their games.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Lee. Williamson, the pass to Lee. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Edey. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
McHale kicks to LeBron. McHale against Wembanyama. Kevin McHale, the bucket on the assist by James.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nets leading by 5. Right side, Lee. Olajuwon with the block. James against Halliburton. Pass to Olajuwon. And here's Halliburton. Johnson in the corner. Wants to get it to Olajuwon and does. Got a hand on it. Lee kicks to James. Back to Lee. Williamson dishes to James. Lee against McHale. Throws it up high. It's stolen by McHale. Here's Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from McHale.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Chris Bosh has checked in for Detroit. Collins comes in for Halliburton. The Nets. And Detroit looking at who they've got. We've got Chris Bosh. Johnson is out there with Thompson. Then it's Collins, and it's Olajuwon in at the center position. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. Pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. And Detroit has possession. After the basket by Brooklyn. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Here's Bosh. Pass to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
Lee. And it's sent back by Bosh. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and he gets the bucket. Olajuwon's got 12 in the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Olajuwon with the block. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. James is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. James checked in for Collins.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And there's the foul. It will go on Lee. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Thompson outside. Bosch sets the pick for Thompson. Pulls it up. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. He's got 8.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
And Detroit has possession, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. James wide open. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Thompson after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
Now here's Johnson. And here's James outside. Good, it's Bosch picking up the assist. James has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lee against Thompson. Lee kicks to Williamson. Back to Lee. Pass to Wembanyama. And there it is for him. Wembanyama has got 4 this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Making plays for others, Wembanyama.
Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Kerr's checked in for Brooklyn. Halliburton's checked in for Detroit. Free throw, no good for James. Hey, Brian, how do you like the NBA Cup?
Well, we're 1 year in, Kevin, and last year there are a few things that need to get worked out and some kinks in it, but man, it really made for some interest around the league as both player, fan, and executive. To watch a team play in that kind of competitive environment, there's always a payoff to that.
Brooklyn's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Shots good by Lee.
That's a nice addition to Zion's game. The passing ability makes him more of a complete player.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Here's a look at some numbers for Williams. Coming off a terrific season and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last season. He showed great shot selection, terrific efficiency, and more often than not, he got it in there. And that one's good by LeBron.
Yeah, and LeBron has really changed his shot diet, shooting a lot more threes, and that puts more pressure on the D.
Kerr dishes to Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to New York.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it It's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Johnson surveying the floor. Thompson from long range. The rebound by James.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Oh, nice pass there by James. His teammates really will appreciate his ability to facilitate.
Now, here is Halliburton. Thompson outside. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Johnson, the pass to James. Over Williamson, and it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Shoots from 12. Lee with another miss. Detroit's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Thompson outside. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Thompson's got 18 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. A different look here for Detroit. Olajuwon's checked in for Bosch, and McHale is subbed in for Dennis Johnson. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Free throw drops for James.
And what you love about Bronny James is his...
And so it's Brooklyn, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, Coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Please direct your attention to the second quarter. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Fans, let's hear it for our contestants. Welcome.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
You look at the Pistons, I don't look at win-loss records at this point. I want to see improvement from game to game.
I wish fans saw it that way. Most of the time, it's about instant gratification. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Brooklyn Nets.
We knew they wanted a track meet, and man, they got it. What a pace they've set.
Very hard to beat them at their own game. They wear you out, and we've still got a whole other half to go. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Lee out there with James. Then there's Yao. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Williamson in at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets' 5.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Olajuwon kicks to Halliburton. Here's James. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about LeBron with a good read on the offensive glass, showing no mercy this time on the putback.
Pass to Lee, takes the 3, and McHale pulls it down.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession, almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Well, we saw the same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here is Olajuwon. 16 points for him.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Lee against Thompson. Lee passes to Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Lee with the basket on the assist by James. James has got his 7th assist in the game. Halliburton passes to Olajuwon. Yao with the block. And they recover it. Good on the shot. Thompson's got 22 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Here's Lee. Rejected by Halliburton.
It's just a tremendous defensive effort from Halliburton.
First team foul.
The Pistons have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Down low. Lee knocks it away, and he recovers it. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Lee really making a difference here.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And checking out some stats for Victor Wembanyama. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game, over 3.5 blocks and 10 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And both free throws good for Lee. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Thompson outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists in the game. Knocked away. Lee with the steal. Wembanyama outside. Back to Lee. On the wing, James. Floats it up for Wembanyama. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Thompson. No good that time. Good D by Lee.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Bronny has the range. Really makes it look effortless at times.
Here's Halliburton. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
James.
Olajuwon against Yao. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Tyrese Halliburton on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Petrovic is checked in for James. And here is Lee. 33 points for him. Williamson kicks to Lee. To the paint. And that one's good. Wembanyama's got 11.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Olajuwon. Now, here's Thompson. That's good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist. Thompson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Wasted no time on that one.
And right there is the difficulty in defending Petrovic. He can burn you from deep as well as off the dribble.
Olajuwon kicks to Thompson. Puts one up from 19. And Detroit again with the bucket.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And Lee with the stuff.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Olajuwon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
A huge part of Wembanyama's game, his ability to just devour the glass on both ends.
Olajuwon outside. Yao with the block. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Dennis Johnson's checked in for Klay Thompson. Net shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoother. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. LeBron James is out there with Bosh. And there's Klay Thompson. Then there's Johnson. And it's Collins in at the 3, the small forward. Bosh can't get it to go. Bosh has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. That one drops for him. Lee's got 10 points in just the second half.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Bosh dishes to LeBron. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here are the Nets. James kicks to Lee. Takes. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by LeBron. 35 points for Klay Thompson.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
James outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Williamson.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
James looking around. Here's Thompson. Pass to Bosch. Johnson outside. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Thompson from long range. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. Bosch has got his 5th assist in this one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. No good from Lee. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Ray, you think more steps are coming?
Well,
that one misses for McCabe. Brooklyn with the ball. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Thompson with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
No good from Lee. Knocks it loose. Lee with the steal. And it falls. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with